Freedom Island. Well, I've been everywhere today. I went to Big Lots. I went to Walmart. I went to Target. I went to Kmart's not there anymore. I didn't go to Kmart. Let me think. I went to Target. I can't remember. I think I went somewhere else. Then I went back to Walmart's again, trying to get a computer. And everybody kept wanting me to get a smartphone and sign up for a plan. But after a while, I wasn't sure if it was a talk on the phone plan or if it was like an internet plan or if it was both of them. Well, let me back up. Okay, so what happened to me was the last time I was making a recording, I was working on my log for the caseworker. And I thought somebody might be lurking and sneaking around downstairs where I had come down. I said I didn't feel good and I had come down and was working on this. And then I started getting that feeling up back of my neck like there was somebody out in the hallway. And I'll never be sure why Lauren was down there. But my sister-in-law was down in the junk room with me. We call it the junk room. It's not really junk. It's everything. The extra TV. We got two TVs, one upstairs and one down, and then the computer is down there. We got some storage, off-season clothes and so on's in there. And I think at one time when my brother bought this house, maybe they kept their extra stuff down there, and so it's not been storage the whole time, but we've been calling it the junk room for a long time. So anyway, I was down using the computer and I thought somebody was down there. And then when I acted like I didn't notice anything and I shut off the microphone, I waited for a couple minutes and then I went and looked. So I just kind of opened up the door and then acted like I was looking around to see if I forgot anything and then made a noise like, oh, I forgot my phone. And then I went and got the phone and then I came back and turned the light off and that gave her time to get away. But I could see the back of her pajama pants, like she's going up the stairs. And I could see the back cuff of her jammy pants. And I knew there's only one that has some of that color, and it's Lauren. So she was down there, and there ain't anything down there. We used to keep the laundry down there. It used to be a utility room over to the side of it, but it kept flooding out. And so we decided to move the appliances upstairs. And well, it's a long story, but anyway, what we did was we made some changes upstairs and made the kitchen littler and put the folding doors, and then you go through there, and that's where the washer dryer is now. So she wasn't down there doing laundry or, I know she was down there listening. And we do have a Snoopy type family. They do like to know what you're doing. So maybe it just was, maybe she just wanted to know. But I am worried that somebody might be taking Tails over to Boyce, my Uncle Boyce. I don't know even why they would do that. Maybe Boyce is paying somebody, or maybe he's got something over somebody's head. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised with as much trouble as some of them can get into around here. He might know something on somebody and be using that to make them tell him what I'm doing or what other people are doing. I don't know. After that time, when I came downstairs, I thought, I can't be doing this using the family computer and then also coming down here at night because even though they know I've got to do my log thing for the caseworker, the more you try to act like you're not doing something, the more they want to see what are you doing. So I fixed them because I have made up a thing that I am doing, a special thing that's important to me, and I've been trying to get them to pay attention to what I am doing. And you know what that does? They run away. They run away like rabbits. They don't want to know, right? Let me, where did I leave off at? Okay, so they think, well, I do have a YouTube channel, but they think it is a real YouTube channel that I'm made for real. And they think that's what I'm doing with it. And they think I'm trying to get them interested in it now. They've laid off. So I must say I did a good job on that to figure that out. I know how they are. So I decided, like, that I was going to make this. I haven't decided to call it crochet and macrame or macrame and crochet. It kind of rhymes and I'm going to call it one or the other one. And then I'm going to put a special name for myself and put it up on YouTube. The other thing that'll make them go away from you is if you ask them for help. So I pretended like I didn't know how to make a YouTube. If you want to know how to make a YouTube, you know what you can do? You can go on YouTube. So that's what I did. There's 10 of them. They'll show you how to do it. 20 of them. You just go down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. You just pick the one you like, the one that looks like they can explain to you and you like how their hair is or you think it's not too long or whatever. So I just picked one. It was for if you want to have a small business out of your home, but it doesn't make any difference what you want it for. She was a good explainer. That's where I was at earlier today is I was going out getting a computer because even though I had my idea for making each log into an email attachment, I don't know how to go in a computer and make sure that what I put in there isn't in there somewhere else, even though you think you erased it out of there. And you can go in when you're done, you can shut everything off, and you can go in the main screen or whatever you call that. And if you look, there's a wastebasket. And if you open up the wastebasket, you can see that it's in like a trash bin. And then you can tell it to throw it away and it makes like a crumpled up paper noise. And then it throws it away. And then you can see there ain't anything in there anymore. But even if you do that, I don't know that it didn't keep it in there some way. I've made before like a copy or a shortcut or whatever of things. And then I've made two of them. So I thought, I don't know that I didn't make two of these files, for my log and all that. And I don't want anybody getting in there and getting it, either just reading it or listening to it or sending it to boys or any of that. So I thought I should have got myself my own computer a long time ago anyway. This way I can keep it private. I don't have to fool with them so much. One of these days I'm going to move out of here anyway. I'm too many people in this house as it is, and I'm sure they feel exactly the same way about me being here. So I thought, I'm going to go ahead and get a computer that's just mine, and then I can keep it up in my bedroom or take it with me in the car. But I thought, now they are going to flip their lid if they think I went out and bought a computer. And the only thing I could think of to tell them is that I wanted to do my YouTube thing. I picked macrame crochet because that used to be my hobby, and I've got one of them Sterilites with the lid on it, and it holds everything clean, keeps the dust off of it and all that. And I've got some patterns and I got yarn and I haven't done it for a while, but I've got my pattern books and stuff. And I thought, well, I know there's people looking on YouTube and they're trying to find those patterns or they want to know which ones are good or what it looks like when you get it done and things like that. That's what I told all them up in the house that I was going to do. And then I wanted to get a computer so I could put on pictures and video and all that. They have pictures in the book that some of them show you what you're going to get. It didn't look like what a real person would get when they were done. And I thought real people that was looking would probably like to see what you really get when you get done making the pattern. That's what I would like. That's what I told them I wanted to do. So I told them that I wanted them to help me with it. And I asked 2 or 3 of them their opinion about whether I should do macrame first or whether I should do crochet first and stuff. And they were like going like in the cartoons, where they run and there's just like a little puff of smoke behind their foot or a little puff of air, that's what they were like. They were just out of there. I don't think they think that I am sneaky enough. I think they think I'm sneaky enough to sneak around. Like maybe they think I've got a secret boyfriend, or maybe they believe that thing about the court and how supposedly I relapsed and got pills off somebody, which I did not. But maybe they a little bit think maybe that's true, even though they know I said that to try to get my brother's situation straightened out with that stuff he had they didn't have the receipt for. Maybe they thought I was doing something like that, and so maybe that's what they were interested in. And maybe it really was curiosity. And also, if they're spying for boys, I don't think they want to let me know that they are doing that. So while they would go in the family computer and look in there to see what I'm doing, I think even if he asked them, I think, to go try to find my computer and turn it on and look in there, I think they would be scared to get caught doing that. They want to keep it on the down low and all that stuff. The other thing is that you can put a login thing and nobody can get in it but you. It locks you out. Our other one at home, the one that down the junk room doesn't do that. You can just anybody can get on it. But this one I got, you have to tell it a password before you can even see the open up screen. But it was a job just to go and get a regular computer. You can't hardly get one. I was silly to even try to go to Big Lots, but I mean, I'll make a real YouTube channel, but it's just to keep everything private. So I didn't want to spend a lot of money to get a computer of my own. What am I going to do on there? So I thought maybe I could go to Big Lots and just get like a leftover marked down one or something like that. You can't do that. They're gone. And then, like I said, all the places I went. And the first time I went to Walmart's, all they had was gaming computers for, like the shoot games, like where you pretend like you're shooting people or stealing their car, or they had computers for if you work at home that's got Skype and Zoom and things like that, so that you're going to have your like a home office. But then they want you to buy all these. It doesn't work by itself. You have to get all these other microphone and well, filter screen, this and all that stuff. And I didn't want any of that stuff. So I went out further around and checked some other places. And then what I ended up doing was coming back to Walmart's and looking some more. They still have some, oh, I don't know what you call it, the regular computer, not the laptop, but they've got the regular computers back there, still a few of those. And then they had take it with you kind of computers. That's the other kind of had. So the ones I was looking at were the ones you're supposed to put in your like home office or in your playroom for your kids, your rich kids that play all their games. They don't have to have a job or anything. I was looking in the wrong place, so I went a little bit farther back in electronics, and then I seen two or three of those, the ones that stand up. You can still put a CD in them, and I thought I don't want that because what I want is I want it just to record just right off the computer. They can do that, they don't have to set up a microphone like the one I was borrowing off of Voices from his old house and stuff. I just wanted it to just do everything itself so that if I needed to close it up and just let it go, I could just turn it off and just shut it and there you go. So I found a kind of a laptop that's just made for, like if you're going to go to like a Starbucks and sit in there and write your, I don't know, emails or work or something, but it's just for light duty or whatever. So I got one of those. And this is the part I was excited about. We keep in next to silverware drawer, we have all our drawer that has important papers in it and stuff that you get, like you get your court appearances and you get your utility bills and oh, just stuff that comes in the mail. And nobody in our house ever really looks at that stuff. They just kind of toss it in there. But I had opened up the cable bill last time and I saw they had connectivity coupons. We have the kind of cables where it's still got the cable, and it clips. It's not the dial up, you don't sit there and wait for it to put you on the network like when you first got in computers. It's not like that. But I mean, it's like regular fast cable. But we still have the kind that you clip into like the box and then the box clips into the computer. But the kind of laptop I got has Bluetooth already in it. You don't have to get the little thing that sticks in it, it just already has it in there. So I took that coupon with me and I got signed up because it's to help for people that are going to work at home. They're trying to get me now. The caseworker's trying to help me get a job that a person can get after COVID. So one of the jobs you could do is you can do customer service and you can do it at your house. They'll help you buy a computer. So that's what that coupon was for. I was excited and went down to the kitchen and looked in that drawer and I had to take out 422 pieces of paper in there. but I found it. It was folded up in the cable bill. You have to go on the internet and you have to get a key number, and then you have to take the key number and you have to go over to the cable company. But basically, then when I did all of that, I could get money off of the computer. They gave me $100 off of the computer, and the computer was only $179. So I only had to pay $79. Then also, that fulfilled one of my action steps. I actually got done with my blog, no, not blog, log, my caseworker log thing that I had to do for the court system. I thought I had to do 90 of them. I thought I had to do 30 in 30 days 3 times, but I didn't understand it. I got done with that already. But them up in the house don't already know that that's over. Like I act like I'm still doing it, but I'm also doing this YouTube thing. So getting the Starbucks carry computer or whatever, I did pay $79 for it after I took off the $100 connectivity thing, but it counts as one of my 5 action steps. Like I have to get my credit bureau rating, references to get a job. Like I have to get people to say that they would be my reference for work. So that's number 2. But number 3 on the list is I had the step of some kind that is directly related to like the kind of vocation or work or whatever that I might be doing. And it turns out getting a laptop to do it with counts as number 3. So even though I had to pay a little bit, it was worth it because now I've already done that part and it still counts. Even though you don't have to do it in order. So I can go back and still do 1 and 2. And then this already counts as 3. So I didn't think of it when I did it, but now I don't feel like it's just, I don't have a lot of $79 just to throw around. I felt I wasn't sure if I was doing it out of being scared or paranoid or whatever. But now that I can count it as my action step, then that feels good. And also, I really do want to get out of here. I really don't want to keep on living here. It's nothing against my family, but I just feel like everybody makes these choices all the time here that gets the bad decisions, and then they got problems, and then they complain, and you don't want to say, well, what did you do that for? Because that hurts their feelings, and I don't think they understand it. Plus, they could list all the things I have done, which is quite a few, that was not a good decision, including getting married 3 times. So I don't want anybody to throw that up in my face. So I'm just saying that I think if I get a chance to be out of here, I think my mental health and stuff would be better if I wasn't always tired out and kind of wondering why people in my family always have a chance to do something that makes more sense, and then they'll always turn and do the thing that makes no sense at all because it's just seems to be how we all are. And when I get around that, it reminds me of when I used to be like that, and I try to remember I'm not like that anymore. But I think being away from it would be good. So maybe getting the computer would help me too. Now I can do this in my bedroom. Nobody can even if they're spying on me, I don't care. And I don't think they will. It's weird when they're spying, they don't want the other ones to know they're spying, if you know what I mean. So when I was going down to the computer room, junk room downstairs, they could maybe sneak down and do it and nobody would know they were up to anything. But now, if they're hanging around outside my bedroom, what are they doing that for? And they don't want to get seen. So I don't think they will. If I hear the slightest little noise, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Easy Macrame for Home Decor book, number 4, out, and I'm going to start chasing them down the hall with it and ask them, do they think I should make this lampshade cover? And they're going to be gone. So I think I've got this figured out pretty good. Maybe I could say more on this, but I don't think I'm going to now because I just got this computer and I did figure out how to turn it on, how to do my password, how to record, but I don't know once I turn it off, I actually don't know what you do with it after that. So I hope that this audio doesn't just disappear like my relatives when I try to tell them about my macrame, but I'm hoping I'll figure it out.